Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with K-On! Season 2 episode number 4 reaction. Right, so the previous episode we got to see how Ritsu suddenly had like a like a sudden thing like came in her head, and she was like, oh, I don't want to drum anymore because I'm like in the background, like even the spotlight doesn't fall on me. I want to be someone else. And she starts trying out different instruments, like at first Yui's guitar, and like then Mugi's keyboard. And she's trying to at first like she tried the guitar and she was like, oh, this is too much remembering to do. And she wasn't really didn't feel comfortable with it. Then Mugi's keyboard, and she's like trying out different stuff, and she's like, I don't know, like thinking of how the attention and how people will pay attention to her, and how she can be in the spotlight just like the other band members. And yeah, in the end it turns out Yui was ready to give her spot to Ritsu because she just wanted to play together with Ritsu. And that's what she wanted. That is why since she didn't want the group to break up, she was like, I'm fine with Ritsu taking my place in the guitar. And which is something that Yui kind of showed that to us before in season 1 as well, where we got to realize that Yui is basically doing it, like obviously she loves playing the guitar, but the fact that she's playing it with together with this group is of bigger significance to her. So it doesn't matter if she can play the guitar if she doesn't have her friends with her. She always prioritize her friends than her playing the guitar because she loves playing together with them. So that's why she was like, I'm ready. Like if Ritsu wants to take my spot, and I'm fine with it. But in the end, Ritsu herself kind of again reminisces about her past, how she got into the drums. And in the end she was like, you know what, nah, I'm happy with the drums. And by the end of it, they also came up with a new song. Mugi came up with a new song, and everything was good. So yeah, let's see what happens in today's episode. This is episode number 4. Let us get started. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's begin. Right, so here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, are they going somewhere? Roshan. Are they like going to another school trip? Yep, there you go. Oh, okay. Well, I should have guessed. Alright. Alright, so wait. Oh no, those were not school trips. Never mind. I was like, wait a minute, didn't we already have 2 school trips in season 1? But no, it wasn't a school trip. It was just a trip, like a club trip. Yeah. Like we got 2 of them. One with the original 4 members, and then the other one with Azusa. Both was in the in the beach episode. I remember going to Mugi's villa or summer house. But this is school trip, so this is different. Hmm. Field trip. There you go. Okay. I wonder where they're going. Mind your manners. Wow. Okay. Nice. She has her tea ready. All right. Selfie time. Wow. Okay. Wow. Wait, where's Moogie? Oh, she was the one. Not Moogie, sorry, Mio. She. Whoa! Oh my god, they're making such a mess. They're having too much fun. Oh, okay. Wow. Oh, yeah, Azusa's not here because she's like, their junior. That's a shame. Oh, they're in Kyoto. The dialect. Stop. Oh, Mio's like, stop this cringe. Yeah, but why are they sitting in the train station? Oh my god, she's sleeping. Oh no. Oh my god. Wow. I think it's called the Tokyo Skytree, is it? Oh no, maybe it's something else. Never mind. Kinkaji Kakuji Temple. Alright. Uh, okay. Oh no. Stop, Ritsu! Oh no. This is this is so embarrassing. Oh, she's actually speaking Kansai Ben. Hmm. Okay. It's probably going to be very ah. Okay. Makes sense. Like sweet and then okay. Why? How? Look at how she's sitting. My God, Ritsu. Okay. Daibutsu. Oh, Nodoka Sensei. Ah, okay. Ah. Okay. Wow. Oh my god. Emma? What? Oh, so you write like wow. Oh my god, Sawa-chan sensei. They're making a ruckus here. Wow. Oh my god. That must be you. You like drew a guitar. Mugi's like, oh, this is so new for her. With friends and everything. You got an overnight trip. Hmm. What the? What? She made. She brought that. I guess it's like a school trip, you know? Oh my god. Wow. Just like Neo said. Good god. Hermit. They have long hair, isn't it? Yeah. What? Is she laughing? Bangs monster. Oh my god. Yo, look at movie. Oh! Oh! The pillow fight? I was not expecting movie Shanley throwing a pillow. Oh my god. They're making a whole ruckus here as well. Oh. Oh! Oh no. Wow. Oh my god. Oh no. Stop it. She's gonna come back. Oh lord. Okay, she didn't come back. Oh, she's scared of. I feel like that's why she's keeping half of the light on. She's scared. Oh my god. What? Oh. Oh god. Oh, just not. Me was like, why am I here? Okay. Oh my god. Okay, I'm pretty sure they didn't get enough sleep. Next day they'll all be okay. Arashiyama. Wait, so the pair of Ritsu and Yui? Oh my god, that's disaster. Oh no, there four of them are twins. Thank God. No, they want to probably see like the music store in Kyoto. Ooh, the way Ritsu reacted. Oh my god. Hmm. Great, they're already distracted. Wow. They have too much energy. Oh, those are the monkeys. Yep, there they are. Oh, I feel like Mio will be freaked out. Okay. He was like, hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. What? What? Wow. Oh no. Oh. Well. Oh my god. Well, at least they brought Azuneans. Hmm. I hope they don't lose their way or something. Oh my god. I knew this was going to happen. And like I think this came out quite a while ago. GPS wasn't a thing then, I think. What the Yui? Don't talk like that. Ugh, come on. Oh my god. Well, oh. Yeah, there's. Oh god. Like, call Sawa Sensei. Why Asus? Yeah. Oh no, I feel like the battery. Oh wait, there's students. Okay, thank God. Oh! Oh god. But she's also lost, so. Oh my god, everyone's going to be lost. Great. Great. Mm. Just call Sensei. What? Great. Oh god. Thank God. Those- Oh my god. She's still laughing. Is there only one teacher? Like where's the other teacher? Okay, there's. Oh boy, here we go. They're gonna start again. I don't think that's happening. Oh no! Oh my god. Oh. Oh. She has a lot of. She's probably going to, yep. Sawa-chan sensei. Oh my god. Ugh. Yep. Wait, she had fell asleep here. Oh my god. What? Ah! Well. Yeah. Wow, that was fun. Okay. That was a really fun episode, I have to say. All right, that's it. So, this episode, it was a school trip episode, and they went to Kyoto. And you know what the funny thing is about the first part of this episode? In the first part, we see Ubi making the, like the luggage for Yui, and she's like, okay, snacks, clothes, this and that, a handkerchief, tissue paper, brochure check, various snacks check, all set. And they show her face. I was a little bit confused here. At first, I was like, okay, so this is Yui. She ties up her hair, and then she's like, oh, today is the school trip starts, goes to Yui's room and opens the door and sees Yui's asleep. This part at first confused me so much. I'm like, wait, did I really see that wrong? At first I thought it was Yui. But then I realized Yui and Ui looks absolutely the same with their hairs down. And in one of the episodes we saw Ui kind of in acting as Yui and coming and playing the guitar, I think in season 1. So I forgot about that completely. So that part was very cleverly done, the first part where they made us think that it was Yui doing all of that. But then we realized it was not Yui, it was Ui with her hair down. And she was just making the, the luggage for her sister. And her sister's just asleep. So that was kind of funny. I realized it a little bit late that what was actually going on. But anyways, after that, the school trip, it has started. Everyone's in the train, and Ritsu's very excited. Yui is ready with her snacks. Mugi with her tea, and Mio is like the responsible one trying to kind of rein everyone in to stop them from making like a commotion. But obviously, Ritsu and Yui are paired up here, so obviously it will be chaos. And they were doing the whole thing of oh, look at that Mount Fuji, and gets up, the whole candy drops, making a full commotion. Sawa-chan sensei is like, what the hell you guys are doing over there? Stop it. And they're like, oh, sensei, come here, let's take a picture. And she's like, come on guys, obviously I'm not going to do that, I'm a teacher. And then she goes and takes the picture. And so you can see that Mio is very concerned how much of a ruckus the girls are making, especially Ritsu and Yui. And in her head she's thinking oh my god, thinking about the past where she was like, oh Nodoka, you won't be in our group. And Nodoka's like, no, you guys, the Keon Club, you should be the ones in one group, so I leave all those girls to you. And oh boy, that was when everything started. She is so much overwhelmed by Ritsu and Yui's commotion that she's like Nodoka just it's everything's on me now, and I have to take care of these two. And, oh my god. So I love how this whole episode was Mio trying to be responsible, Mugi kind of going along with everyone, while Ritsu and Yui was just completely doing the opposite thing that they are supposed to do. Full commotion. I'll have to say this episode was one of the funnest episode. It was full of chaos and it's just crazy, it didn't have much music or no music at all, but their whole dynamic was just a pleasure to watch, the now the next thing is okay, Ritsu start talking in Kansai Ben, and she's ending the word with yade, and the way Osaka dialect kind of works. She's kind of talking like that, and Mio's like, what are you doing? And she's like, oh, this is this be a game, we're going to do it like this. And this, you're going to use this dialect, and it's so it's fine when among friends, but I was actually really cringing at the part but she was actually using it with a local, one of the local people who's actually like uses the dialect, like like that, like that's like part of their way of talking. When she was using the dialect incorrectly in front of a local, I was like, oh my god, like that's so embarrassing in a way. Like, but you know what? At least she's trying. That's like that's the good thing. But either way, it was so like I was just like, oh my god, this is so embarrassing. Like like that type of thing. Like imagine just going to some place and trying to talk like them and using that in front of like for example, like let's just take like me or someone else. If I go to Japan and start talking broken Japanese in front of a local, I feel like that's quite embarrassing. But at the same time, it is also like you have to give props to the effort that they're putting into it. Like at least you're trying. So I have to give Ritsu props for that. At least she was trying to do that. But still, it was kind of a little bit embarrassing. But either way, they're just having fun, like with the whole thing, and then they like were just. I don't know why they like the teachers like sat them down in the train station. I'm like, but I guess this is like this is Japan, so like everything's clean. I cannot imagine like sitting down in a train station, like with all the like everything, all the like what can I say, like like all the stuff that like like in the floor, and it's like a public place. Like sitting down there, it's a no completely. But this is Japan, so because this is Japan, everything is clean. You can probably, I don't know, like have a meal on the floor. It's so clean, this place. So I don't think it's much of a problem for them. So, but oh my god, here or any like other place, I feel like train station sitting down, nope, never. Oh my god, like especially in a public place, like nope. But yeah, like I don't think like this place was definitely very clean, as you can see. It's like yeah. So either way, Yui is like completely fallen asleep over there, and Mio's like this girl, like she ate her candy, had like like just made a whole commotion, and is now tired and fallen asleep. She's like a kid. Oh god. And I love, okay, one thing. What is the like the tower? Is it called the Tokyo Sky Tree or something like that? I think. Okay, no, let me just check. Mm, Tokyo Sky Tree. Let me see. Where is it located? Is it located in Kyoto? No, wait. No, it's not. No, it's something else, I think. Sumida, Tokyo. Now, I'm not sure. I thought that was Tokyo Sky Tree. Probably not. It's not Tokyo Sky. It's something else, I'm guessing. But either way, like, you is like, Richan, what's that? Is that a daikon? uh, and they're like just like like having so much fun, and then in the bus, like they sit down, and they at the first place they go to is Kinkakuji Temple, and I think like so the Kinkakuji Temple is like completely golden. I think is that, wait a minute, Kinkakuji Temple golden, is it golden? The Golden Pavilion, yeah. Is Kinkakuji made of gold? Zen Temple North in Kyoto, whose top two floors are completely covered in gold leaf. Okay. Alright. So they go to Kinkakuji Temple, and I've seen this place so many times in so many animes. I remember in Detective Conan, they went, there was a whole part with in Kinkakuji Temple, and a few other animes as well. I don't remember, but Kinkakuji Temple is very like like obviously in a lot of animes I've seen. So yeah, like they come here, and not Mio, sorry, Yui and like Risu, they're excited. They're just looking at the whole thing, and then Ritsu's like trying to speak in Kansai Ben, and like struggling so hard, and then completely like like just gives up talking in it. And Mio not Mio, sorry, Mugi just shows how it's done. She's like completely speaking in like an Osakan dialect, and she's like speaking so nicely, and like talking about the Kinkakuji temple, and the details about it, and they're like all impressed. They're like, wow, Mugi, like Sasuga Mugi. Now they do a few other things after that, like have tea a little, like the sweet they have, and Mugi kind of tells her like the first thing we should do is have the sweet, then have the tea, because it's going to make the bitter taste. It's going to kind of highlight it. It makes sense, I guess if you eat the sweet first and then have the, I guess it might make it. I'm not sure. So he was like, Ritsu, look at Mugi, how nicely she is, just like she says, like you should study some of the high class manners as well. Oh boy. And Ritsu's like, he was like, watch your manners, Richam. Don't be a glutton. Show some class. And she's like, I don't want to hear from you from that. Like, you know what? Like, I love the details that they put here. First of all, this part where they were talking about how Ritsu was being unladylike or mannerless, like they're kind of making jokes about that. If you pay attention, you can see how everyone is sitting. Like, they're like, everyone is sitting kind of like, with their knees like together, However, Ritsu, you can see she's just like sitting like, and you can see like why they were kind of talking about manners and everything, when you sit down in a public place you should properly sit and everything, while Ritsu's just just so yeah, that was kind of funny. This is like the details they kind of gave more attention to, it's just kind of nice. Either way, next they go to, what is this place? Just a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, the next place I also have not heard. Kitano Temmangu. Okay, I've never heard of this place before. And they were also like, oh, we have also not heard about that place. Like, Yui's like, no clue, I have no idea. And then later on, they, go inside and see that Nodoka is there. And Nodoka talks about how this place is like good for academics. The god is like, the god of academics. And there's like a little statue of a cow, I think. And she's like, oh, you need to rub the cow on the head. Now this I've heard. I've seen in some other animes as well, where they're like, oh, rub the head or the neck of the cow. It's going to give you it's going to be prosperous, or it's going to bless you or something like that. So this is of this. Okay, so this is of this place. This is basically related to this place. All right. And as soon as they say that, Yui and Ritsu start rubbing the head and the neck of the cow, and so much that Sawachan Sensei is forced to intervene, and she's like, stop it! Don't do that. And then they're like, alright, let's get some Emma, I think they call it, I'm guessing, write some, wishes and, tie it up. So they go to do that. I love how Sawachan Sensei is, asking for, a matchmaking amulet, a charm. And all the girls in the back are just making a full-on commotion, running back and forth, back and forth. And she's like, are you doing this, deliberately? Are you making fun of me? And they're like, no, that's not it. Anyways, next they go to, their room, and everyone's, settling down, and Mio's like, alright, we have some free time, let's make some tea. And Mugi's ready with, a Monopoly game or something like that. I'm guessing like that type of a game. While Ritsu, Yui's like, oh, let me get some snacks. And oh boy, Mio told them a lot of times here that don't eat too much snacks before having dinner. You won't be able to have your dinner. And yeah, they definitely ate too much, and they weren't able to eat the proper dinner properly. I think they had a lot of good things here. Just a minute, let me see. There's sushi. There is I'm guessing this is a tempura, ebi tempura. I'm guessing. I'm not sure. And there's some sort of, what is that? Is that soba, or is it? I think it's soba, isn't it? I'm not sure. And yeah, these things. So yeah, it was very nice food. like sushi. Yeah, they weren't able to eat it. Unfortunate. Either way, they next day like go for a bath, and this part was kind of funny because like Ritsu was talking about how Mio and Mugi's hairs are long, and Ritsu was like, "Oh, should I lengthen my hair or something? Like to look more ladylike." And Yui starts laughing, and Ritsu's like, "Why are you laughing?" And she just makes a fun of her completely. Okay, the Bangs monster. And then later on, when she was drinking milk, you was like, "Oh, you're drinking that to get taller as well." No, there you go. Now next we see. Okay, you know what? I just realized what Mugi was doing. It took me so long to realize why she was punching the pillow. Even before, when she opened the the door, she was like looking at the pillow and kind of like like just squeezing it. I understand now. She was getting ready to have the pillow fight. It took me so long to realize what she was doing. Oh my god. That makes it so much more funnier. So the first thing she did is get to the room and see if the pillow is good so that she can have a pillow fight. Makes sense. She's always like, she loves these type of things, like having fun with friends, like, hanging out with them and doing these type of, like, like very normal things. So she's like punching the pillow and then she just smacks Yui on the head. And then she smacks Mio as well, and they start having like a pillow fight. And Ritsu smacks Sawachan Sensei with the pillow. Sensei is mad. Sensei is like, "Yeah, go to sleep," And as soon as she leaves, Ritsu again gets up, and they start playing again. And after having like making like a huge commotion, they're all tired and they kind of go to sleep. You can see Mio put the night lamp on, probably because she's scared, and like Ritsu, not Ritsu, Yui is like, "Oh, switch the light off," and she's like she switches it off, and then wait, so who were the ones who were? Just a minute, let me just check. Ritsu was over there, Mio's over here, Mugi's there, and Yui is here. Okay, who's the one who says skull? Oh, it was Mugi. Alright. So Mugi says something and Yui starts giggling and Mugi also is giggling. And Mio's just like, "What the hell is this?" And wait, is Ritsu asleep here? I think so. And then again she says something. And yeah, both Mugi and Yui is just like giggling. And I think in the end, Ritsu also starts laughing, doesn't she? Yeah. When Mugi snorted while laughing, Ritsu's just woken up completely. And yeah, like this continues throughout the night. This was quite fun because I remember like this being a thing as well. Like I obviously, like went to like I guess I wouldn't call it school trip, but a college trip for me. And I remember like like obviously this type of things happen so much. Like at night when you're going to go to sleep, someone suddenly utters something weird, and others start laughing, and then like again like that happens, and like by the end of it, everyone's just giggling. And it's like yeah, I'm pretty sure like every person who has gone on like a school trip with their friends or something, this definitely happened to them as well, especially during night when everyone's falling asleep, suddenly someone says something weird and bam. It's just one of the most very common or like very normal things also is so funny at that time. You're just like giggling away at night. Oh boy. Yeah, nostalgic, kind of. All right, so the next day, Sawachan Sensei is telling everyone about like where to go, how to go. It's like free time today, but she's like, "Oh, submit like the where you're going to go. If there's any problem, call me. This and that." Migo and not Migo, sorry, Yui and Risu's just on their own way, not even listening to her. They're just talking away and just going in another direction. Sawa Sensei is pissed. She's like, "You two, stop. Listen to me first." And later on, at first I thought Yui and Ritsu were like in one group and Mugi and Mio are like in another group. And I'm like, oh my god, this is disaster. Like if you pair up Yui and Ritsu in one group, that'll be chaos. But then I realized like no, those four are together. So I'm like, alright, then that's fine. There must be someone who's going to like stop them, which is which is Mio's going to do that from going overboard. And like immediately Yui and Ritsu are just looking at like a instrument shop, a music shop, and Mio's like, do this back when we are home. Okay, either way, they like go to the next part. What's the name of this place? Just a minute. Arashiyama. And there's like a lot of shops and everything, and they like go to like a bridge over there. Like there's a lot of monkeys, and they're just having fun over there. So they then go to feed the monkeys, and Mugi was kind of freaking out, and he was like, it's fine, they're gonna do it. And the guy kind of give the monkeys the food. The monkeys grab the food and eat it. Now, like obviously, the monkeys were behind the net kind of thing. Like monkeys were like outside. Like they're actually scary. Like I've seen, like obviously not only in videos, but I've seen so many like situations where like it's like few monkeys outside, and they're crazy. They do some crazy stuff, like grab the stuff the other people have and just run away. And not only that, like sometimes they're actually very I guess you could say aggressive. But that's why I'm kind of like whenever I see like any type of monkey outside, just just free openly just moving around, like I freak out sometimes, like because I've seen so many videos where monkeys do so many like so many videos, like I've seen like monkeys just grabbing stuff and just like just running away or hitting the other person and snatching the bag or something, like these type of things. It's crazy. But obviously these monkeys, they are nice monkeys. They're like when you give them the food, they're like taking it and eating it. So yeah, but yeah, like actual open monkeys, or like they're free outside, they freak me out. So I I can understand what Mugi was feeling there. But she kind of braved it, fed the monkeys, and he was like, see, it's so easy. Next, they go to buy some souvenirs. They get Azunian a souvenir, and in the end, when they're like having like a dinner, not dinner, like a lunch in the cafe, Yui and Ritsu's like, why do we have so much money in our pockets? Like we brought so much things. And Mio's like, but did you forget to buy stuff for your family? And they're like, oh yeah, that's true. Well, at least they got Azunian's souvenir. Next, they are going back to the hotel and they lose the way completely. Now obviously this came out a while ago, I think like 2010 or something. I don't think GPS was that much of a thing then. Like obviously mobile phones were a thing over there, but it was just like those small mobile phones with the flip ones. But a GPS was definitely not a thing here. So like nowadays, like if in these type of situation, everyone will be like, oh, let's switch on the GPS and let's go. Like that'll be it, no problem. But here they actually literally have a map and they're trying to figure out where they're supposed to go. But obviously they could have easily called Sawa Sensei before, but they're like, no, let's try to figure it out. And they tried so many times. Ritsu tries to ask like a elder woman, and she was using her Kansai Ben dialect here, and the woman very nicely kind of explained the thing to her, and Ritsu's like, yes, I did it, I was successful in speaking. And but then they're again lost. So yeah, they're actually lost in the end. Mio's like phone, like when you have a phone with you, like just call. And yeah, Ritsu, the big brain of our group, decides to call Azusa. Mio's like, call Sawa-chan Sensei. But before calling, they meet Nodoka, and everyone was like, oh, Nodoka's here. So yeah, now we are safe. But Nodoka's like, we are lost as well. There you go. But they still had their faith in Nodoka. They're like, alright, Nodoka's here, everything should be fine. Let's just follow her. But nope, they are not finding their way back. This is kind of funny because this kind of reminds me of certain situations where, I'm pretty sure this has happened to everyone's life at least once. Like there's like a person who you kind of, like, especially in schools and stuff, like there's like a person who is like very good at something, or like a class monitor, or like like Nodoka, who's like very good at everything, and whatever like situations they're given, they kind of like solve it quite easily. So you have like extreme faith in them, and you fall into some kind of a troublesome situation, and that person is in front of you, and you're like, oh, this person is here, everything will be fine. And then you realize in the end that, wait a minute, this person is also not good at this thing, that the current thing that we are struggling to solve, that this person is also not good at it. And then you face palm, you're like, oh my god, we had so much faith, but turns out this person is the same as us, at least in this type of situation. So that was the same thing with Nodoka, where Nodoka was also equally bad with directions, and but in the end, like, oh, this part was kind of funny because, okay, Nodoka was like, let me check the map again. Wait, who's the one who said that? Oh, Ritsu's the one who said that. Wait, was it Ritsu? Oh, no. The previous night as well, it was Ritsu, isn't it? I thought it was Mugi who was speaking those words. It was Ritsu who was saying that, and Mugi and Yui were giggling at it. Okay, that makes more sense, Yeah, it was Ritsu who started everything. So I was wondering, I was like, why is Ritsu so quiet? That night time, Ritsu would be the one who was making the commotion, but she was the one who was like kind of using those phrases. Yui and Mugi were just giggling, and then Mugi just snorted, and Ritsu was just giggling even more. Okay, so Ritsu does it again. Ritsu's like says like skull or Sharikobe, something like that. And you can see this time Mio wasn't able to stop her laughter. Like previous night, she wasn't really like reacting that much, but here like it somehow tickles the funny bone in Mio. Like this is something, another thing that I feel like is kind of relatable as well. Like like in these type of situations, someone's trying to make you laugh, and you're not really in a giggly mood. You're like, like you're not really bothered by it. But then suddenly another day, you're actually in a very funny mood, like something, and somehow the same joke that that person made before, which you didn't laugh at, it sounds so much more funnier today, and it tickles your funny bone, and you just start laughing, and you just can't stop laughing. That similar thing happened. Your Mio just started laughing, and she's not stopping. Next, like next, like when they're back, Sawa-chan says like, "Oh, you guys, like you're like worrying me. Like, where were you?" And they were like having this whole conversation, and Yui starts like saying in the end of her sentences, "Dosu." Ritsu also continues doing that. Again, it tickles Mio's funny bone, and Mio just starts giggling hard. Anyways, next we see Sawa-chan sensei is like, oh, one more. And I was like, where are the other teachers? Why is Sawa sensei like doing everything? And then we see there's another teacher with her, and I'm like, oh, okay, there is another teacher. Like, for a moment I was thinking, is Sawa-chan sensei the only teacher here? Like, what's going on? Why is she like taking care of everyone? Like, isn't there anyone else? But yeah, there were a few other people. But either way, Sawa sensei is like, oh, this is the final night, and here being the final night, Mio's like, you guys don't do the same thing that we did yesterday. Like we have to go to sleep today quickly. If tomorrow we have to wake up, and turns off the light. Immediately Ritsu is ready with her torchlight and starts scaring Mio. Mio shrieks at the top of her lungs. Sawa sensei comes in and scares them back. And this part was I don't know why, but this part tickled my funny bone. This part was back to back so hilarious. The next thing that Ritsu does is like who are you? And Sawa sensei is done with everything. She's like, it's me, your sensei. And obviously that was like her way of kind of making fun of the whole situation, because she's like, oh, without makeup, you look 10 times scarier. Again, Sawa sensei is pissed. But either way, Oh, before that, someone called like one of the students, few of the students called Sensei Sawa-chan Sensei. So she's like you guys, like like you're the reason why this is happening. Like like why do you call me Sawa-chan Sensei in front of everyone? Call me Sensei or Sawa Sensei or Sawako Sensei. And they're like, oh, Sawa-chan Sensei, sit down, like talk to us, like it's like only tonight, like the final night. And at first she's like, oh no, I have a lot of things to do. But then she's like, starts grumbling, having like the snacks. And she's like, seriously, it's your fault the other students started calling me Sawa-chan Sensei. And she's like, I'm the teacher. I have the, like, all that stuff she's talking about. And Ritsu's like, uh, shouldn't have invited her. Now she's going to just grumble. uh, Next, like they kind of go to sleep, and you can see Yui's thinking about this being the final year of like the K-On Club, and she's thinking like, what should we do after we graduate? Which is also something I'm also thinking, because this is the final year. So yeah, like I'm also curious. And the fact that Azusa wouldn't get graduate, Azusa would still be there in school while they all graduate. That's also another thing. And she's like, oh, I want, like Yu's like, I want to do much more stuff with my friends. And in comes the other teacher, and she's like Yamanaka Sensei, and you can see the Saojin Sensei fell asleep over here. And this teacher was probably trying to find her, wasn't able to find her. That's why she just came here and was able to find that Sensei's here, fallen asleep. And next we see the next day she's actually fallen asleep on the other teacher, Sawa Sensei. While everyone else, they're like excited, they're going back, and again, just like when they were going, Ritsu again is like, oh, look at that, Mount Fuji. And this time, however, Mio drops all the candies. And they start laughing. Mio's like, this is quite funny. Like you did this before, now I'm the one who did it. So all in all, this was a very fun episode. I have to say, I really loved this episode. This had like so much chaotic energy, and it was just so much more fun. Anyways, so that was it. That was my reaction to episode number 4 of K-On season 2. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything else you would like to let me know, and I'll check them out. So yeah, that is it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of K-On. So until then, goodbye and have a nice day.